I want to discuss the new Wyatt faction that made their debut in WWE last night. Presumably, we know it's Bo Dallas leading this new faction. Presumably, we know Joe Gacy is in it, Dexter Lumis is in it, Eric Rowan's in it, and probably Nikki Cross. But there is a tweet on X from Joe Gacy saying we are here. This is where I have a bit of an issue with WWE at this present time. I personally don't want them to be making money from Bray Wyatt's legacy. We know Bray Wyatt had a very, very creative mind. We know that. We saw The Fiend. We've seen so many versions of Bray Wyatt. Are WWE clinching its straws here by reinventing a new Wyatt family? Yes, we know, it's well documented that Bray Wyatt wanted to create a new Wyatt faction. All well and good. But my slight concern here with this new moderate faction is that WWE are making money from a dead person. This is just my personal feelings on this. Yes, I've loved the QR codes. I've loved all the cryptic stuff to do with this new Wyatt family. But if you watch the Bray Wyatt documentary, you can tell that Bo Dallas wanted to team with his brother. I do believe that this new Wyatt faction was going to include Bo Dallas and Bray Wyatt at one point before Bray Wyatt sadly passed away last year. Now, bearing that in mind, let's roll back a little bit here. Let's look at all the characters that are presumably in this new Wyatt faction. We have Joe Gacy. Now, yes, Joe Gacy has done extremely well in NXT. Bearing in mind, he had a terrific rivalry with Dijak. My only worry here is this is Bray Wyatt's creation, and I am worried that WWE are going to screw this up, and that poor man that is no longer with us is going to be turning in his grave. But we know Joe Gacy is well known on NXT. Is Joe Gacy going to keep that name, or is he changing it, or is his gimmick being changed? Then we have Nikki Cross. Now, it is well documented that Nikki Cross was zoning out. I do believe, though, that Nikki has taken Alexa Bliss's place in this new faction. I do believe that. My worry here is that there's only one person that can play this persona, and that is Alexa. Now, bearing in mind, at this point in time when Alexa was possessed by the Fiend, when that year's WrestleMania came around, I believe that Vince McMahon had gotten bored of this whole storyline with the Fiend and Alexa Bliss. Totally understandable. We know what Vince McMahon is like. My other worry is are they changing Nikki Cross's name to Sister Abigail? Now, a few years ago, we know WWE was planning to bring Sister Abigail into the picture. Never came to fruition. Then we've got Dexter Lumis, presumably. We haven't seen Dexter Lumis on TV for ages now, so I understand them bringing Dexter Lumis into the faction. The only two people that I don't really understand is Joe Gacy and presumably Nikki Cross. Rowan, I totally get, because Eric Rowan was one of the original members of the Wyatt family. Now, we know from knowledge, from everything we've watched, and if you've watched the Bray Wyatt documentary, you will know that Bray Wyatt had a very, very creative mind. It was one idea after another, one idea after another. That's how Bray Wyatt worked. Now, my issue here for this new Wyatt, apparently it's called the Wyatt 6, but this is Bray Wyatt's creation. Yeah, I get you want to bring Uncle Howdy back. I get that, WWE, but why don't you just bring Uncle Howdy back on his own? Probably bring Rowan back within, I understand that, but could WWE go really, really dark with this new Wyatt family? Is this the vision that Bray Wyatt probably created so many moons ago? Was this possibly Bray Wyatt's creation when he was the Fiend? Remember, the Fiend came to life in the Firefly Funhouse. The Fiend was Bray Wyatt's creation that overtook his body. Now, there's only, as far as I know, a tweet from Joe Gacy saying we are here. So, obviously, Joe Gacy is in the new Wyatt family. Who are the others? We know the other two are probably Bo Dallas and Eric Rowan. Is it Dexter Lumis and is it Nikki Cross? Or is it Alexa Bliss? But if you look closely, you know it is definitely Nikki Cross, because Alexa Bliss has blonde hair. Not unless she's dyed it black. I don't know. What are your thoughts on this new Wyatt faction? Do you believe that Paul Triple H Levesque is going to be able to handle a faction this big on Monday Night Raw? We already have one big faction on Monday Night Raw. We do not need another. So here is what I would personally do. I would move the new Wyatt 6 over to Friday Night SmackDown, only because I believe the Wyatt 6 would benefit more there than they would on Monday Night Raw, only because of the Judgment Day. We've got this issue within the Judgment Day. Do we really need the Wyatt 6 on Monday Night Raw? Now, ladies and gentlemen, I am leaving this down to you. What are your thoughts? What are your opinions on this? Because my mind is blown at this present time. So, ladies and gentlemen, leave us a like, leave us a subscribe, ding dong that notification bell, and be informed every time Essential Wrestling News uploads a brand new video for your guys' faces. And we will see you again soon with more wrestling content.